as it releases more hostages.
Where it's headed is we probably will see a resumption of fighting sometime, unfortunately, within the next 3 to 4 days. And then it remains to be seen what the fate of the remaining hostages are. But Israeli leadership is committed to eliminating Hamas's leadership, or at least removing it. And until that objective is met, fighting will end.
He says the deadly Jerusalem bus stop attack also complicates efforts to release more hostages. Montana's attempt to ban TikTok runs into a federal court roadblock. CBS's Tom Cody reports the case will continue in the courts and TikTok remains available in Montana.
The opinion by U.S. District Judge Donald Malloy is mostly in agreement with arguments made by attorneys for TikTok, whose Chinese ownership has raised data security concerns. Montana's legislature was the first state to try to ban it. TikTok and some of its content creators contend the Montana ban violates free speech rights.
George Santos, whose days could be numbered in the House, a vote is expected tomorrow on whether to expel him.
The House Ethics Committee says it has amassed overwhelming evidence of lawbreaking by Santos that has been sent to the Justice Department.
I've said this many times. I'm fighting to defend myself and to dispel each and every accusation as soon as I have the opportunity.
Santos says he will not resign, and the House would be voting to expel based on allegations.
If I leave, they win. If I leave, the bullies take place. This is bullying.
Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries calls Santos
a joke and an embarrassment and a serial fraudster.
Jeffries says Republicans knew what Santos was doing and coddled him.
And played footsie with him for the better part of the year. Why? Because House Republicans needed George Santos's vote.
This would be the third expulsion effort. Santos's short tenure in Washington.
On the first day of the United Nations Climate Conference in Dubai, 200 nations agree to create a loss and damage fund to help developing nations deal with the impacts of climate change. CBS's Ben Tracy has more.
The theory behind this is that wealthy nations would basically give money to poor developing nations to help them cover some of the costs that they're incurring. The reason for that is that the wealthy nations in this world, the United States, the European Union, etc., have created most of the planet warming emissions that have caused climate change, that are causing climate change, and these poor countries are disproportionately impacted by it.
The European Union has pledged $245 million to the fund, the United Arab Emirates $100 million, and the United States $17.5 million.
Diamond Springs, the next
Some highlights of the news and DeSantis debate going on right now. In 2 minutes right now, your traffic. Here's Brian Douglas.
Had some police activity due to a crash here on the 91, and it affects both directions. 91 southbound especially, the 110 southbound, just past the 91 is where this is. So both directions of the 110 affected. Southbound side's affected. That east to west 91 transition to the south 110, that looks like it's also stopped. Here we had apparently somebody on the freeway, or maybe somebody whose car broke down and that person was involved with a crash. Now, your northbound side, you are moving, but you've got some slowing coming away from Carson Street. So just look out for delays here in the Gardena area for the 110 freeway. We definitely had a deadly wreck here, unfortunately. This is a motorcyclist who died in the 101 northbound right through Universal City. 2 left lanes closed until further notice. And that backup solid from Santa Monica Boulevard. Alternates like that 5. 5's getting a little slow out of downtown, but use it. It's still going to move better than the Hollywood Freeway, that's for sure. Now the 101 going eastbound right at the 405 is where we've got another injury crash. Looks like the right lane may be blocked with this one. 4 cars might be over to the side. I actually do see a little slowing now. A little bit past Balboa is where you're going to see the brakes. Not out Balboa, a little bit past it. Southbound side of the 405, really tough still from the 10 down to the 90. That was all due to some earlier problems that have gone. Orange County Drive still looking okay. Except for the 5 north at 17th Street. We've got an injury crash really affecting that off-ramp as well. So that 5 north, you'll see some slowing right as you come up to the 55 freeway. Next report's coming up 7:45 from the Toyota Glendora.com 24-hour traffic center.
40s and 50s, the overnight lows tonight under mostly clear skies. And then for tomorrow, a sunny day. Nice out there. Highs in the upper 60s. But if you are in some of those favorite areas below passes and canyons in the mountains and Santa Clarita Valley, it's going to be windy. North winds up to about 35 miles an hour in those places. And even in the basin, you could see a nice breeze, 15 to 20 miles an hour. So there's a wind advisory for the 5 and 14 mountain corridors and the Santa Clarita Valley tonight and into tomorrow. Irvine 61 right now, Seal Beach 59 degrees, East LA 56 at 7:37. Which state is better, Florida or California? Well, Governor Gavin Newsom and Governor Ron DeSantis are now more than 1 hour and 35 minutes into a debate on that issue on Fox News. Newsom focused on gun safety.
You had one of the worst mass shootings in American history, Parkland. 17 kids were gunned down, lives lost, 17 others, lives torn asunder. You had a young girl by the name of Jamie Gutenberg, whose father pleaded with you to do something about it. And you know what you did? You did the exact opposite. You made it easier for felons to get guns without background checks, without any training. These people pleaded with parents and the families to get tough on gun safety. And again, you made it easier for felons. You said it wrong, and I agree with you. After you signed that concealed carry, increases the likelihood of more Jamies losing their lives and more people. They have chosen in California the interest of the criminals they're easier on all these crimes that are leading to a collapse in the quality of life. San Francisco, you will see, and I think it's interesting, Gavin Newsom was mayor of San Francisco, so he took the San Francisco model, turned that into a template for California's collapse. Now the left wants to take the California model and use that as a template for America's collapse. We're looking not like
Status continued on the topic.
Talking about backing the bull when he dangled pardons for January 6th insurrectionists. 85 of them that were literally charged with attacking law enforcement. He talks a big game about backing the bull. With all due respect to the crime rate, again, he's not answering the fact that he has a higher murder rate in the state of California, and 66% higher gun death rates in the state of California. And I can easily bring on some people alive. I don't think
It's really weird, but
everyone gets tired of it after a while. There's really, I think it's kind of settling in. And you're hearing also grumbling within the liberal ranks, too. So you start to hear that.
oh,
I think maybe it's time for him to take out
wait,
walk in the
yeah.
But at least knows it. He can actually take a walk in it. So, you know, encouragement there. If I were liberal, that's what I'd probably want to do right now.
I think you're not a liberal. I guess if you're a liberal, you would want some other change. No, I talked a little bit about Don
That's a
Martin
gas station. No, it's not.
Council is larger than many cities.
Yeah.
I mean, these are absolutely enormous districts. Council District 4 goes from northern Placerville all the way to Reseda. It covers just a huge expanse of geography. And I think if you want to have real representation, if you want to be able to engage with local government in a very high-touch way, I think having districts that are this big makes it very, very hard to do that.
But her colleague Tracy Partel, she completely disagrees.
You're right. We have a lot of constituents. And we have studied other jurisdictions that have more council members, so they each represent a smaller population. And I have yet to see any evidence that constituents are any more satisfied with their local elected leaders in those cities.
She strongly denies any suggestion that she's against the expansion plan simply because she and others want to hold on to their power. A city council committee today funded the proposal.
Oh, there is a station down here. It's one I got to before. Yeah,
We're SoCal's only 24/7 connection.
Yeah, it's
Explore farther with an adventurous new RAV4
Oh, yeah.
with its amazing versatility and roomy interior. To check out all available offers on a new RAV4, see your Southern California Toyota dealer today or visit Toyota.com. We make it easy.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. Take control with Reputation Defender. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff. You can start by getting your free reputation...
$10.99 for gas here. Nice.